Hi, Victoria. I enjoyed your observation notes because it seems like that you kind of took the route to attribute coding um, with like the high level of grouping that you did within the coding, like the physical activity or I think another one of your codes was like food, lounging, nature. Um, and I know you mentioned that you didn't feel comfortable like focusing on race or nationality, but I think that you could have highlighted on like the groups of people, like their demographics, whether they're like female or male. So like, were there females mostly just lounging and bathing in the sun, or were males playing football? Like just making that observation a little bit more descriptive, and then probably giving like an age range. So like the kids playing, like what was their possible age range. I think the good thing about the observation is that um, it's your perspective, like you're the researcher, so I don't think that you'll be penalized for that. um, and then some of your code for activities, could you possibly do like types of activities, because I know you use physical activity for the code, and I'm kind of relating it to attribute coding. You could have an activities index where you're kind of listing all of the activities that are happening, which kind of give more insight and be a bit more descriptive, I guess. um, and I know you mentioned that you felt like your observations could have been a bit more descriptive, but in this week's reading, um, I mean, there's usually like a first cycle of coding. So you do your very broad coding, and then after you look over what you've patterned up together or coded together, then that's when you do your second cycle of coding, and you can figure out what the relationship is, or expand on an initial observation or ideal from your observations. But I think that you did really good. Like, it's your perspective, it's from your point of view. And if that's what you saw, that's what you saw. But another suggestion, HRBT, I didn't know what it was until you said it in the video. So probably moving forward, like putting a note or like in parentheses what that acronym stands for readers. I mean, obviously it's your observation notes, but just for an outsider point of view. But I enjoyed your observations.